It's a title fight. It's a summer night.
Belt is on the line. We're ready for this one.
I can't wait.
Ladies and gentlemen, it is time. This is your main event of the evening. It is sponsored by Aries, August 13th, Nashville, Tennessee. This bout is for the first ever female amateur featherweight championship. It's scheduled for 5 3-minute rounds. Your first fighter, fighting out of the Allure Properties blue corner. She weighed in at 145.8 pounds. She has a record of 4 wins with 5 losses. She's representing Militia MMA out of Chattanooga, Tennessee, by way of Alabama. Ladies and gentlemen, this is Mary Rosenbeck. And her opponent, fighting out of the Knoxville Mortgage Brokers red corner. She also weighed in at 145.8 pounds. She has a perfect record of 3 wins with no losses. She's from Corbin, Kentucky, and representing Pentagon Submission Fighting. Ladies and gentlemen, it's the blue-eyed devil, Samantha Buttery. Mary Rosenbeck, Samantha Buttery, let's meet in the middle and make this title fight official.
Okay, ladies, we're getting instructions already. I expect a clean fight, obeying commands at all times, protect yourself at all times. If you wish to touch gloves, do so now. Return to your corners.
I was talking to Samantha before today, and she was talking about all the things she does. She manages a bar. She books talent singers. She's very busy like myself.
Oh, yeah, and I mean, obviously she's got a lot of fans in the building, right? And as an unbeaten fighter, there's got to be some pressure here in a title fight. Mary Rosenbeck definitely represents her stiffest test to date.
Yep.
And she can challenge her in the arenas where maybe Samantha needs to show some advancement, you know, the striking. You already see it in the opening seconds here. Mary has accepted the fact that she might have to take one to give one, but she looks determined to give one, although Samantha, vicious knees.
Coming off the cage with some vicious knees, exactly.
I think about, that's 3 or 4 or 5 of them now that have found a home. Mary's eating them.
She is landing a few body shots.
Interesting there that Samantha didn't choose to engage more in the grappling. She was content to let it go back to distance. And that's where Mary's happy to see this fight take place.
She wants to stand and punch.
Yeah, if that right hand finds a home, she can definitely do some damage. Nice kick to the body there from Buttery.
Like you said, she's took a couple of knees over there, but it's not affected her.
Well, those guys at Militia train so hard. And if Mary has really taken to that, which I believe she has definitely in the interview, she is very happy with where she's at. She's not going anywhere, and she's the more experienced fighter who's gone a little longer in here. So that's obviously the first round's important, but we got to see how this thing plays out. Samantha there with a couple feints, trying to see what her opponent's going to do.
Now her first 3 victories, has she went the distance? Has it been?
No, she wins. She wins inside the distance. Yeah, that's kind of the intrigue. Sam finding those knees. You know, Mary was mixing in a little bit of body work there. I like that.
Samantha trying to take down, but it's not working.
Mary says she's been working on all that stuff, and if it hits the ground, she's been drilling that too. And that's where many people anticipate Sam will have the advantage, but that remains to be seen.
About 45 seconds here in this first round.
It's been very close to the striking's been pretty even.
This is going to be a tough one to call here.
Buttery's had better work with the clinch and the knees. She found a home for the right hand, and now she's pressuring Rosenbeck against the cage right in front of us.
Good spin move up against the cage by Mary.
Yeah, Rosenbeck
Throwing a couple of knees to herself.
Is comfortable in the dirty boxing arena. She can get it done. Nice knee from Buttery.
They're trying hard for a takedown there against the
Man, they are
couple
letting it
flourish
fly.
fights here, yeah.
What
Wow.
an end to round one. You can tell a title's on the line.
That's exactly right. Some punches really being thrown here at the end. Wow. What a stop to that round.
That
That's
was
amazing.
Unreal. That was unreal.
Yeah, both fighters pulling all the stops there in the last 5 seconds.
And that was extremely even.
And it was weird because it was kind of like Mary had a grab, some kind of grab move, but Samantha just kept punching.
Well, they were boxing in a phone booth, you might say, and they each had an arm behind in the clinch, and they were using the other free arm to do some damage.
That's right.
Will be interesting to see if any corner implements a change of tactics. You know, sometimes when you got two proficient grapplers, as we know Samantha is, and Mary was no slouch in that, in those physical grappling exchanges on the feet there. Maybe this turns into a striking battle.
All right, we are headed into round number 2 of a possible 5. Let them hear you, Cotton Eye Joe.
You just have to like Mary's attitude. You know?
Yeah, she's
just
always
always
smiling.
clapping and smiling. Like, let's do it. Let's get it on.
Her walkout was a little funky and a little fun. And
Yep.
she seems like she's at a great spot after a little time away from the
Man,
sport.
throwing a bunch of punches from Mary there.
She's opening it up right now.
Knee to the body.
Samantha's got the underhooks here, and she's looking. Oh, that knee found a home. That's been a great weapon for Samantha here.
She's throwing a bunch of them. A couple good landed punches there.
Good combos from Mary, and that's what she likes to do. Sam takes the center of the cage, and there it is again.
Yep, and she's crazy. She's she's sneaky quick, you know.
Sam does a great job of keeping her guard high. Mary is throwing a lot of punches. I don't know how many of them are getting through. Knee to the body there by Buttery. Rosenbeck's corner calling for knees. They suspect Buttery's tired.
I think they're correct. She looks a little tired than Mary does at this point.
Well, Sam firing back with some shots now, but Mary is just in her face. Oh, that is a heavy knee. Rosenbeck caught it, and this is where Samantha wanted the fight to go. She gets immediately into a side control. She's in side control. She's got a lot of options here, a lot of different ways she can go about implementing a game plan. We got 1:30 left to work.
Yeah, a long time to be on the mat for the end of the second round.
This is where Rosenbeck needed to shore some things up in the time away. This will be very telling.
You can definitely tell a couple good strikes landed there, but you can tell that Samantha is definitely tired.
Yeah, this is a great spot for her, though, to be able to get good optics, do some damage, hunt for one of those submissions that come so naturally to her. Mary offering good resistance.
About a minute to go in this round.
Well, this has been as advertised.
Yep, we're getting our money's worth here.
This is just an awesome title fight. These two are definitely deserving to be in this spot here for the first ever Aries main event for women's MMA. And somebody's going to walk out of here the featherweight champion. Sam looking for that crucifix. She can do some big damage if she secures that. 40 seconds left in round 2. Yeah, Mary's got to try and turn into her and see if she can't build a bit of a vertical base. Easier said than done.
Man, what an even fight to the later part of this round.
This was big for Sam, though.
Yep.
I really think that this is going to give her some confidence. She pulled guard, and it paid off.
10 seconds to go. We got to do something here.
This crowd coming alive. They sensed that maybe. Wow. They got
what
close.
a second round.
They got close.
Wow.
I swear Mary just got up and she was smiling. I swear.
That's wild. What a second round.
Well, The thought was that if it went to the ground, that Samantha Buttery would have an advantage.
So if you had to call it right now.
1-1.
I agree.
I'd say Mary probably took round one on the feet.
She took the first round, and the second round goes to Samantha.
It was very close.
Yeah.
You don't know if all judges saw it the same way. Sam might have found something there, though. If she gets a chance to pull guard again, I think she's going to jump on it in this fight.
And I've watched enough fights to know that the judges, I think Mary needs a big round.
Yeah. I mean, so Tom's over there, and he's talking pretty directly to his fighter. And he's a great coach.
Yep.
I know they've been drilling. They knew what they were getting into with Samantha Buttery.
Right.
And if anybody's going to have their fighter ready to go, it's going to be that militia camp. Sam Buttery picking some, I don't know what, out of her mouthpiece. I don't know what happened. I'm not, I hope not.
Yeah, she's picking something out of it.
All right, we are in the third round. We're getting near about as long as a fight as Samantha's had, so we'll see how that plays out. Mary throwing punches and bunches. That's a good strategy for her.
And you tend to lean toward Mary the longer the fight goes.
If it looks like this, possibly. She jabs her way into range. She goes down to the body. She comes back up to the head. Early on, Sam utilized a kind of a front push kick.
Yep.
And that kind of would stymie the starting of Mare Bear's offense. She would be well served to implement a couple of those. That right hand got through. Buttery felt it.
Yep. Grabbing at the chin.
A big right hand.
Another good right hand.
Buttery bit down on the mouthpiece right there and found a home for that right hand. But Rosenbeck is a zombie. She'll eat it and she'll keep coming.
Yep. Not affected much by the. Unlike you, she's always had a pretty good ground game, but her stand-up game right now seems to be good.
Wow, that was a big moment there for Mary Rosenbeck. Buttery springs back to her feet. She's undefeated. She had a lot of momentum coming into this fight. It's probably even right now. Still got 1:30 to go in this round. Sam with a big 1-2.
Yep.
A big 1-2. But Mary's still right there.
It was funny. I was joking to her about not returning a phone call about another promoter friend of mine, and she said, "I don't do that on week of fights. I'm focused on fighting."
Well, she definitely has needed it. This is her toughest test in the cage yet. And when a title's on the line, you can't blame her. Don't take it personally.
Oh, yeah, exactly right.
Well, we are close to 3 rounds in here, and this has just been an awesome title fight. Another right hand appeared to sting Samantha,
Yeah,
and another one.
another
That's
one.
3,
And another one.
4.
3 in a row. She's fighting back a little bit, but those
Sam
two
trying
got in there.
to get the respect back with a big shot of her own. Mary doesn't carry like fight-ending power with one shot, but this volume is just.
She's just very consistent.
She'll bury you. It's death by 1,000 cuts.
Yeah.
Sam looking to implement some of the knees.
Mary threw a couple of knees there herself. 10 seconds to go in this third round.
Here we go, more dirty boxing to finish the third.
Yeah, we've got our money's worth at this point, man. This is crazy.
Dang.
What a fight.
Mary's at home in that clinch scenario.
Look
She
at
found
you.
a couple of good
Wow,
rounds.
look at that. Look at that look from Mary. Wow.
This is what we call the championship round.
Wow, that was crazy.
Round 4 is ahead of us. Let them hear ya.
Chuck, what do you think through 3?
I got to give that one to Mary. I think it's 2-1 at this point. And I tell you, that look at the end there was worthless. I mean, it was crazy.
Mary, at one point in that round, landed 3 straight rights, and it just didn't look like Sam was responding to him that great. She did eventually come out with a flurry of her own.
We come to the stoppage point in that. She pulled her mouthpiece out, and it was just that look. She didn't have the smile on her look. It was just that serious look of, hey, I'm not done yet.
For a fighter with as much experience as her, who took a little time away, to come back to a title fight, and you're fighting an undefeated fighter in front of a capacity crowd, and you're doing this well?
And a tough undefeated fighter.
Now she needs to finish the deal. These are the championship rounds. If you heard us talking,
I definitely think that Samantha is starting to wear for the worst.
Yeah, this is as far as she's gone.
So here we her crowds are into it. That's good.
Yeah, the Mare Bear fans are making their voices heard. Both of these fighters have got a lot of fans in the house. This is how a main event should be.
Absolutely. That's all taking place at the world-famous Cotton Eye Joe, man. This is killer.
Where are you at if you're not here in Knoxville tonight? Mare with a couple of strikes landing there. Opening up with another 3-punch combo. Low kick, jab. Sam's got to find an answer here.
Yeah, she's struggling just a bit.
Sam just got to get her off of her, you know, get a little, I want to say respect. Obviously, they respect each other very much, but she's got to put a little fear in her to jump in here and throw these flurries.
And you know, as a fighter, you don't know what to expect. I mean, Mary's probably is older, obviously a more seasoned fighter, but what do you think when you come into these types of bouts, especially for a belt? You don't know what this lady's bringing at you.
No, and I mean, Mary, this is probably the best version of her that there's been.
Yep, by far. I mean, she's obviously, you can tell a big difference as she starts.
Sam's got to be looking to pull guard here if she can. She's got to get this thing back to the ground. Although she is putting it on her with a couple of big strikes right there. When the fight did go to the ground in the second round, Sam definitely had the advantage.
Yep.
And
I think as long as they're standing, it's an advantage to Mary.
Yeah, here in the fourth, that's the theater she's got to get this fight to. Samantha Buttery's definitely had her moments in striking. I don't want to make it sound like it's been one-way traffic on the feet. These dirty boxing exchanges have been vicious, but that right there,
yep,
that's kind of what Mary brings.
This continuous punching, continued punch. Got a couple shots in there to the chin.
There's those knees.
Another one to the chin.
Those knees are a good weapon, but look where she has to hang out to throw them. You know, she's right in Mary's clinch.
Samantha's really getting tired.
Sam could catch one of Mary's knees, maybe try and initiate a wrestling, but wrestling's exhausting, and if you're already sucking wind.
I was going to say, the ground's not where you want to be there.
Mary utilizing head position here as she is pushing Sam up against the cage.
Wow, what a battle.
Sam digging an underhook. She's trying to get the reversal.
About 40 seconds here to go in this fourth round. Cotton Eye Joe is getting their money's worth.
What a main event.
Ah,
Sam exploded with the
crazy.
knee and got off the cage. That was awesome for her. Nice left hand from Sam. Mary's still hanging in there, though. Mary showing her experience and grit here in the fourth round.
Landing a couple punches up against the cage.
Sam is doing a good job of avoiding some of those, but yeah, it's adding up.
We're coming in on the close of this fourth round. Man, what a battle. This is crazy. Wow.
Corners are on their way in.
The smile is off of Mary's face. It's all business now.
Ladies and gentlemen, your fifth
Wow.
and final round. Who wants it more? Your 145 amateur champion will be crowned. Let them hear ya.
Obviously, Chuck, you know you and I can't see the scorecards, so we're just sitting here. We are watching intently, but we can't possibly know how this thing has been scored. I suppose a case could be made for Samantha 1 and 2, and then Mary 3 and 4. This could be all in front of us here in the fifth. It could be.
Yeah.
It could also be 3-1 for the more experienced fighter in Mary Rosenbeck.
Yeah, I'm leaning that way, I'll tell you. 29-28.
Yeah, I'm inclined to think that that's what it is, but you know, in the sport of MMA, we don't have open scoring. Guys like you and me are left to guess. Mary's dancing.
I know, that's what I'm saying, man. She's just all up in it. I just got a little wink from Mark, our cut guy there. He's coming our way, grinning.
Hey, he's the man.
Yeah.
He's just the best, isn't he?
It's like this, Cotton Eye Joe. It's been 4 rounds of hell. Let them know they appreciate it by you.
Yeah, this is definitely, as advertised, a true title fight. Very deserving of its main event status. It is an honor to call this one.
Yes, sir. I couldn't think of no place I'd rather be sitting right now besides you calling this fight.
Hell yeah. History in the making here, and it's almost like Mary is just feeding off of the crowd.
It's kind of like David and Goliath, you know.
Her strikes all of a sudden have gotten extra zip on them here. She can almost taste the title.
Yeah, she's definitely dug down and pulled some extra power from somewhere.
She's just got to be leery, stay off the ground, and keep going.
Oh!
Leg kick.
Wow.
Uppercut. Left hand. Samantha has never dealt with this much adversity inside of the cage.
Definitely a more seasoned fighter here.
I mean, she is still
battler.
very much in it, but she
Warrior.
is getting tested. Nice body kick, left hand.
This attitude by Mary is just amazing.
I know, it's almost like nothing hurts her.
Yeah, like, well, I'm here, let's go.
Superman punch from Samantha.
Didn't phase her.
Low kick jab from Buttery.
I don't, wow, we're down to 1 minute and 45 seconds.
Gosh, that went quick.
Absolutely.
Body kick jab from Buttery. She has kind of picked her spots here in the 5th round. Mary started out hot. Those strikes from Mary were very powerful at the start of the round. Samantha jumping in and out now, finding a little bit more success from range.
Yeah, picking it up there just a little bit, closing round.
A 1-2 from
It's
Sam.
so weird how that just always, I mean, Mary come out with all the energy and dancing around, you know, and I'm sure her corner was like, don't dance at this point. You need to save that energy.
Well, Mary did have some success with a nice jab moments ago, and then she found a home for the right hand to the body. Sam finds her spot with a jab.
Oh, wow, 1 minute to go, guys.
And they are letting us have it right here. This is great.
Yeah, we're going to have a hell of a finish here.
Both of these women have put on a championship caliber performance.
This has got to be the fight of the night. Has to be.
No, I hear you. 40 seconds left in round 5.
Still just punching away. Oh, man. Oh, a good shot to
Doubled
the mouth.
doubled up the right hand.
Wow. 30 seconds. Here we go.
Nice jab from Sam. After Mary landed 2 right hands, another jab from Sam. Mary comes in heavy right.
Another shot. Oh, shot.
Sam utilizing head movement,
yeah, trying
dirty
to take
boxing.
her down.
14 seconds left in the 5th round. This is our 14th bout
Oh, 2
of the
uppercuts
night.
in them. Oh,
They are letting it go right now.
yeah, this is it. Battle Royale.
And it ends dirty boxing in the middle of the ring.
That's
and there
it.
it is.
Oh, man, what a fight. Wow. There's no doubt about that one.
Well,
Boy, Billy, hit that music while we sort this thing out.
Wow, what a fight. What a fight.
it's a vacant title, so we will hear and new, which is always a very exciting moment.
Yep.
The Mare Bear feels like she did enough to edge it.
But, I mean, this is what it's all about.
It is.
Look at the face on this fighter. Thrilled to death. Give it 110%. I mean, both of them did, but
It's amazing. This fight, before when you got here tonight, maybe you didn't know how things were going to play out. You knew you had an undefeated fighter
Yep.
who had a better record percentage-wise than her opponent. Her opponent hadn't fought in almost 2 years. And a little time away, getting with a new camp,
Yep.
it might be a championship recipe here, Chuck.
You can also, I mean, look at what's happened to Shannon Young, man. New camp, she's like a different person.
Yeah, sometimes a change of scenery does somebody good.
Yep. Not that it's a bad thing, it's just sometimes you just need a little something different.
Not at all. I mean, look at me. I'm a transplant here in Tennessee, and I'm hanging out with the owner of the Joe calling a championship
And might
fight.
add, you've done a hell of a job.
Hey, it's been a
Probably
pleasure
one of the
hanging out
most
with you
knowledgeable people I've got to sit down beside of in this sport.
today. Let's go, Chuck. Let me tell you, this has been a pleasure. I would do this every weekend if I could. I don't know if my wife would let me, but this has been a blast. Well, Mutual Admiration Society aside, we're about to find out the new women's featherweight champion, the first ever in Aries Fight Series history. And I can't wait for the next women's main event. You know, if we keep cultivating the women's talent, this was a fight unlike any other. If Mary were to be successful tonight and win this title, Militia MMA would advance to 5-0 in Aries Fight Series. She will be the third Militia fighter to compete. And for a gym that is, a little smaller than the other gym in Chattanooga, that is not a bad record to have. And to bring a title back to Chattanooga. Of course, we're speaking hypothetically. We don't know who has won this bout. Samantha had moments of success in the first and second. Third was close, but I feel like most of us think that Rosenbeck edged it. Fourth and fifth looked to be Rosenbeck, but we do not know. Samantha Buttery is unbeaten. Will that change? Will the Kentucky fans be happy? Will the Alabama fans be happy? I think all the fans are happy. We're just waiting with bated breath for this result. It looks like
we may have it.
The scorecards are in. We are going to crown the first ever Aries women's featherweight champion. Jeff Hobbs is about to let us know who the new champion is, and I cannot wait.
Ladies and gentlemen of Cotton Eye Joe, if you haven't stood up yet tonight, do it now and give it up for both these ladies. This fight goes all 5 rounds, and we are headed to a judge's scorecard. Judge Dorn scores this bout 49-46, Rosenbeck. Judge Stewart scores this bout 48-47, Buttery.
Wow.
And Judge Goins scores this bout 49-46 for your winner by split decision and new 145-pound amateur champion. Representing Militia MMA and Jeff Pound Boxing, Mary Rosenbeck!
What a great fight. She deserved every bit of that.
Just amazing.
Yeah.
Just amazing. A split decision